Hi, it's Tonya and Savannah with Heartland Camaros, and we are doing an install video today for quality vertical doors. And weapons are, we just got our box today for weapons are, we're going to do an air intake install on a Camaro V6, and let's dig into the box and find out what we got. Excited, Savannah?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Looks like we got some instructions. That'll be good. So Blake at Quality Vertical Doors was nice enough to send us a air intake and some fun pieces. Let's get them all laid out here, and then we'll go over everything we got, and we'll go over some tools as well that we will need to do an install on a 2011 Camaro. Savannah, it says here inside of our secret weapon intake that we're going to have one weapon or intake pipe, a 4-inch air filter, a 15mm hose, a 3 to 3.5 coupler, a 3.5 to 4-inch coupler, an intake system bracket kit, a 3-inch clamp, 3 4-inch clamps, and a 3-inch clamp.
Alright, and then in the second part of the kit is the ram air kit. We have a Weapon R Flex ram air tube, 5 feet long when extended. A Weapon R Velocity Stack, 3-inch. 2 3.5-inch clamps for use on the secret weapon intake kit.
Got 'em. So Savannah, what tools do we need to go find in the garage?
We need to find a flathead standard screwdriver.
Got it.
A ratchet with 10 and 8mm sockets.
Got it.
One 10mm open-ended box wrench.
Got it.
And one 10mm deep socket.
Got it. You ready to go play with the Camaro?
Yes, I am.
Let's go. Savannah, it says that the first instruction is that we need an 8mm wrench and that we need to disconnect the negative battery cable.
Okay.
Do you know where the battery is?
In the trunk.
Awesome. Let's pop the trunk.
I mean, I said, I'll know it provide the beer. Everybody else is like a college student, everybody can bring whatever they wanted to eat, you know. And I would hire a band, and then I would have contributions for the band to take it. Because we thought we could band. But they were working for me. It's a really good band. Called Old Number 5. They're out of Kansas City. Oh, they're phenomenal, man. The 4-piece band, these guys are good at. One guy, it was like Jimi Hendrix, so he behind his back. Pretty amazing. You know you're saving tires. There you go. Spares. Oh, you took it out of it? Well, not even that. What if you shorted that, right?
Okay, it said 8mm. Okay. We'll edit that out. Tell them what you're doing, Tonya.
So 8mm is not working. We're going to use the handy dandy pink crescent wrench instead.
You have the electronic fuel sensor, or what do we call it? When you turn the key, it automatically shoves the fuel mixture right away. You don't have to pump.
So anytime you're working with electronics, it's probably a good idea to disconnect the power from the vehicle. There we go.
See,
No
I
power.
learned what I learned was from Jeff and David and Bert. They're all mechanically inclined. So, and climbing underneath the car, I'd much rather have a car that has, you know, the old school stuff. It's a whole lot easier to get.
All right, Savannah, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's get the engine cover off.
Okay.
We're going to take the oil cap off and take off the oil cover for the engine cover. Maybe.
And set it aside.
Move this back so nothing gets into the oil.
Yep. Clean oil is a happy oil. dokie, let's see what our instructions say. Okay, so the first instructions are we're going to go ahead and pull the colored locking tab forward
Okay,
on the MAF.
this is the locking tab. The MAF is right in here. Pull that tab forward.
And then depress the tab located on the MAF harness and remove, and then set that aside. It's going to take some woman power. Wiggle that around. Awesome.
Okay,
Okay, number 4 on the instructions is to remove the 10mm bolts that secure the OEM air cleaner box to the fender wall. It's going to be these 2 little guys over here.
so you take your deep socket 10mm, place it on something that it has an extension to it, so that you don't hurt your car.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt the car.
Start this over here.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Oh, yeah. Good guy garage. We used to have a bunch of. Wow, really? Oh, yeah. It's that is now
Their price based on trunk value.
Oh, yeah. Well, they come out and actually, but they didn't. That's
We
we
get
did
it
right.
right. Pay them to do all that stuff.
Sure.
You get the warranty, they'll come
Yeah.
back and replace the tree. It's just so expensive. But you get treated. So worth it.
Well, we can get one of these. Yeah, we're going to get one of these.
That was really easy. You take the washers off too. I think they're part of it. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Next step is going to be loosen the clamps securing the inlet tube to the throttle body. So here's our throttle body, so we're going to need to loosen that. Be careful not to loosen it so much that we lose it. And then step 6 is going to be to remove the tab PCV hose from the OEM intake and engine and then set it aside. So we're going to loosen that guy up there. I'll loosen the back. And we'll set that aside.
So you removed it from here, and then from right there. Exactly.
Okay.
And then step 7 is to remove the 15mm hose from the PCV hose from the OEM intake pipe that we just set aside, which we just did right there. And then step 8, remove the OEM intake system as one piece. So we're going to pull this guy out right here. Put that in our little jar. Let's see if we can get these washers out over here. Awesome.
And that's all there is to it.
Going. All right, Savannah, so we need to go ahead and remove the 2 screws that are on the original piece that we just pulled out of the car with a 7mm so that we can stick this on the new piece.
Oh, we did.
It's very flimsy.
Did we flip that?
That's fine.
You have a beam going to see when it comes to parking lot. Right, yeah. Yeah,
Alright, so using the provided screws with a 3mm hex key, we're going to go ahead and attach the MAF to the weapons R, and then make sure that you pay attention to the flow directions so that it's not in backwards. It only fits one way.
So if you put it in the wrong way, your holes will not add up. So put it in the other way.
Alright, go ahead.
Snap it in. Take
3mm hex.
and then just screw it on in.
Now you could put a washer on this if you want, but
It's plastic on the metal screw, so it didn't seem to go in.
yeah, that's good.
The original screws that came from the car did not fit, so we're not reusing the screws. The instructions tell you to reuse them. Don't.
So we're using these because the threading is smaller, but it doesn't have the washers, so I leave that up to you guys if you want to put washers on.
Right, next step, we're going to go ahead and attach the 3-inch side of the 3-inch to 3.5-inch coupler to the part that goes to the throttle body, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick it right onto our piece
Weapons
right
R.
here.
Air and
Weapons
tight
R
pipe.
piece. So we're going to do the big side first.
You always want to make sure the screw is up. This is facing up inside the car. You want to make sure the screw is up so you can actually get to it.
And we've already tightened our pieces to make it easy.
I'm going to go ahead and tighten it now, just
Little bit,
because
yeah.
we're out of the car and this part only attaches to this part.
And here's the side that's going to go to the throttle body. Leave that one a little loose.
Okay.
Alrighty, next step is to attach the 3.5 to 4-inch end.
Alright, go ahead and put the clamp on first because it makes it easier to actually put it over the tubing where the weapons are. Go ahead and push it all the way back to the welding, just so it's on there perfectly. It's going to fit properly. Have another person hold the pipe if you need to, just to make sure that it goes on properly. Makes it easier. Okay? Make sure it's on all the way. And then want to move this back towards about 1/8 of an inch from the weld. So make sure the top is facing up. Make sure it's even all the way around. And then tighten it. Okay?
Awesome. So now the instructions tell us to go ahead and attach the 3.5 to 4-inch coupler to our secret weapons filter and secure it with the supplied clamp. And then to go ahead and slide the remaining clamp over the coupler and slide the coupler onto our weapons R.
Okay. The instructions say it a little funnier, but you want to go ahead and put the clamp on first. And then put the filter on. And make sure the filter goes all the way back. The plastic goes all the way back to the end of the filter. Make sure the weapons R is facing up because this is good.
Good advertisement.
Good advertisement. Make sure that again when you put that clamp on that the screw head is facing up again. Easy access. And then make sure you push this back all the way to about 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's all the way around, all the way on the whole entire thing. And have another like four-handed workmanship here. And then go ahead and tighten it. Instructions did say to go ahead and do this in the car, but I'm sure you can do it either way as we are doing it outside of the car at the moment.
Ta-da.
Okay?
Awesome. Our next instructions are, before tightening the clamp, insert the brackets between the couplers. These are our brackets and our stoppers. And go ahead, before tightening the brackets down, go ahead and put these on and then put them at mounting points inside the car to keep the system secure from vibration. However, we have not found a point in the car where that is a problem in this install, so we aren't going to do that.
In other words, these really have nowhere to go. They don't actually fit in the car. They hit up against everything, and it just seems like these may not go with this, in the Camaro at least.
So it's up to the user to decide if they want to use the brackets or not.
All right, let's go install this in the car.
Okay? Or put it together outside of the car. We're going to put it in like this, and put it in like this, and then twist it. Now, the way it tells you in the instructions to do is to have this 3-inch coupler. Put this on first, and then install piece by piece. But we are just doing it a little differently because we found it a little bit easier instead of working inside the car. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Make sure it goes all the way back, covering the entire piece, clear up to this little lip right here. Go ahead and turn it sideways. And make sure the clamp is on before you put this on. And that the screw head is up, so it's easy access again. Make sure there's about 1/8 of an inch back. Okay.
We need to make sure that this is going to clear good.
And then also make sure that the filter ends up clearing the hood, because you don't want to actually put it on and then not be able to close the hood. Now it does have a little bit of a lip over here. I think that that's okay though, just because of considering.
Push really tight.
So again, the four-handed workmanship helps keep it secure while you're tightening. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Oops. Oh, I thought I didn't realize I had your... Okay?
Okay, next step is to install.
Now you can either, I'm sure, do it from above or below, but I think I'm going to do it from below just so it keeps it. You know what, I think I have to do it from above. Will it come back up though?
Okay, so what Savannah's doing right now is she's reattaching the MAF harness and securing that colored locking tab.
So it clicks once it's on, clicks again, pushing down that colored tab. So 2 clicks.
And then our next step is going to be to reattach the silicone hose to the vent point on the valve cover, and then also to our weapons R pipe.
Alright, so the instructions say to use just the whole entire silicone tubing that came with it, but we decided to go ahead and use the OEM part because there is enough tubing that when put back here from the engine intake all the way to the front, with including the piece we cut off, it ends up being quite a bit of room still left. So we went ahead and just cut the piece off we need to fit this part, so that we can still go ahead and take the OEM off later if I decide to do this. So this is being saved for later, and we're going to use these 2 parts. So I'm going to put this back. Make sure it fits all the way in there. and go ahead and slip this on there. And slip this onto the vent of the weapon czar. And go ahead and slip it all the way to the very top of the tubing there. And we're done.
So now, Savannah, we're going to go ahead and check all of our clamps and make sure that they're all tightened against leaks.
Okay. I'm just going to go back through and make sure all of them are just as tight as they can be without threading or without stripping the threads. Okay. Make sure this is in secure. And it's been clipped twice, so it's in there secured. This is on all the way. And this is pushed back all the way.
Awesome. Okay, then the next step is to go ahead and check for hood clearance and then readjust the tube if we need to for any fitment clearances. So let's get all of our tools and all that fun stuff out.
Okay. Finish up the hood. And it fits.
Yay! So it fits. And then we need to go and reconnect our negative battery cable. Or not. It's alive!
I returned home again. Plug it back in.
Alright, Savannah, the rest of the instructions say that after we connect to the battery cable, we need to start the vehicle and let it idle for 15 minutes. And in big, bold print, it tells us it's really important not to rev the engine during this period. It's got settle time, so 15 minutes we need to let it just go ahead and sit and run. And I don't know if you know this, but to set the car after the battery's been disconnected, roll your window down, and then roll it up, and then roll it down, and roll it up, and it'll reset all of your computers.
Okay.